Okay, right, so we're doing seeds in the greenhouse. The seeds that we're going to sow are not hardy, so although we're going to sow them in the greenhouse, we will have to take them back into the house afterwards for them to germinate, because it won't be anywhere near warm enough out here, and the germination will never really happen until much later, if it happens at all. Now, the seeds we're going to do are these ones here. These are Cosmos. I've got a selection of seed trays here. I've got smallish seed trays, I've got standard big size seed trays, and I've also got modules. Because of the, you could choose which one of these you do, based really on the size of the seeds. So I'm going to cut the packet open. I always try and cut as near the top as possible, just so that there's no danger of any damage to seeds inside. Although when you open up the packet, you'll find the seeds are in one of these sealed foil packs. You need to give them a good shake and a flick to try to make sure that all the seeds are going to go down the bottom. So yet again, when you open this, there's no danger of you destroying any of the seeds when you open it up. So hopefully when I do that now, all the seeds will be down the bottom of the pack, which they are. So these are Cosmos seeds. And compared to lots of other seeds that we sow, these are quite big. So because they're quite big and they're much easier to manipulate, it will be better for them if we start them off in some compost. I don't know what's happened to my gloves. Oh, thank you. That's my assistant handing me my gloves. So this is the compost we're using. We usually use bought compost, and we tend to mix in with it some leaf mould. It's all been sieved. It doesn't need to be sieved, but we have sieves, so we use them. So you got to fill them up and give them a good shake. You'll find that when you push your fingers into them, it'll drop down even more. So fill it up again. Give it a good shake and compress it down, and that'll probably do that one. So there's that seed tray sorted out, that module sorted out, so we can put some seeds on it. Because the Cosmos are actually reasonable to handle, I'm actually going to count out how many seeds I'm going to put in each module. But some of the seeds are way too small to do this. So I'm going to put about 5 in each of these modules. I'm going to try and space them as far apart as I can. So I've done them in a domino shape. Too many there. I'll move them around in a minute. So one can go there, one could be moved over there, and one in the middle. And finally, okay, so there's the seeds. What I'm going to do now is going to use another module on top of them just to press down, because we want to make absolutely certain that the seeds have got contact with the compost. If they're not in contact with the compost, they won't germinate well. So the more contact they've got, the better it will be. We cover them with cling film. The cling film will stop the compost from drying out. The module is then going to go into another tray. This tray has no holes in the bottom, unlike seed trays. And once we've got them all nicely tucked up, And then what we're going to do is we're going to put an inch or so of water in the bottom of this module that'll be soaked up by the compost, and that will get the seeds going. And we'll take that into the house to keep it reasonably warm. And I think on the back of the pack it tells us, does it say how long it's going to take? So under cover, it doesn't say how long it takes. They usually take something like 2 to 3 weeks for things to germinate.